It's Thing Master 51 here, or 1911 man, and here to do another Glock related video of my WE Gen 4 G17 part 6 or 5, one or the other. Excuse me. And you know what? That's what this is about. I might actually end up titling it Gen 4 It Ain't Part 5 or 6, whatever I decide, because this is named or miscalled or mistitled the Gen 4 Glock 17 from WE. Now, obviously, people are going to be going, "Whoa, 1911 man," or, I mean, what are you talking about? Of course, it's a Gen 4. I mean, it's got the back straps, it's got the stipplage, it's got the mag relief that looks like a block. I don't know what else to. I don't know what to call that. I'm sorry, not a clue. Well, yes, you'd be right, until we got to the slide. Now, this video is just to kind of show you differences, or a difference between the Glock 17 Gen 3 monster gun, which I'm going to call this, and the actual Glock Gen 4, don't know why I'm doing that, that Glock actually produces. This, if you were to put this, if you were to take this off a gun, show it to someone that was a Glock person, they would automatically tell you this is a Gen 3 slide. The reason for that is it does not have a dual captured spring guide. I will tell you the reason for this. The reason the new Glock Gen 4s have a dual captured spring guide was because on the Gen 3 Glock 22s, if you were to, which is a 40 cal, same frame, same dimension, same everything, is a 40 cal full size Glock. Now, that is the most popular pistol in law enforcement ever, and at least in this country. The reason they had that was because they were having issues, jams, issues with the gun when you try to put a weapon light on, or just in general. Even without a weapon light, I've heard of malfunctions and things that go awry with your Glock 22 Gen 3. So, now, that's not to say there weren't fine, good little ducks elsewhere. But the reason for that is it helped manage recoil, and whenever you put a weapon light on, it torqued the frame so that it wasn't as reliable. That's my understanding. But this does not inherit the dual captured spring guide. Now, like I said, this is nitpicking, but it still cannot be legitimately called a Gen 4 just because of that. Yes, it has everything else that makes it a Gen 4, but it doesn't have that. Another thing, now you're probably like, well, that's a Glock 22. Well, actually, they did that for every one of the Glock Gen 4s. Everything else has a dual captured spring guide to speed the process for manufacturing, which is also why the Glock Gen 4 Glock 19 has a Glock 23 recoil dual captured spring guide, which is also why, if you've ever shot one, the like 115 grain 9, the extraction is absolutely pitiful. You put some PMC in that, and it just goes puff, just kind of like out the gun, instead of a really nice positive ejection. You might even encounter some failures. That was to streamline production because they were being cheap. So there was actually almost a recall. I don't even know if you could call it a recall, because all they did was put out I think it was like a 13-pound instead of 14-pound recoil spring for the Glock 19s. But like I said, that does not make this a Gen 4. You can put, on the real Glocks, you cannot put a Gen 4 slide on a Gen 3 frame just because the slide itself is a bigger up front. So it's almost as big. The recoil plug is almost as big as the barrel itself. And I actually believe on the Glock 21 it is as big. Well, that's not true. But, I mean, that is an issue. That is something you need to point out when you're calling this a Glock Gen 4. I mean, that's nitpicking, obviously, it's dumb, but I just wanted to put that out there so you guys are aware of the differences between an actual Gen 4 and a WE Gen 4. So, like I said, that ends this part of the Gen 4. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Another thing that does not make this a Gen 4 is the magazine. You see anything kind of strange on this magazine for a Gen 4 that's supposed to have a reversible magazine release? Oh, maybe you see it. Maybe, you see it. You better see it. This is supposed to have a reversible magazine catch. I'm not sure how that's possible. Unless they start making actual Gen 4 magazines for this Glock, I don't see that you'll be able to reverse this and have this magazine work in a reversed Gen 4 frame. That will not happen. There is only one notch, and that is for right-handed magazine release. And there's the issue I encountered with my... That was my last video, was these stupid magazines catching all the time. Irritates the hell out of me. When you try to slam it, whatever. Okay, this is set up for... This is the catch side. You push this out, and it releases, and it catches. So... how is it that you can swap these over without having a reverse notch? I will be making a video solely about your magazine release if I figure it out. If I don't, well, you're shit out of luck, because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Because I tried to reverse it, and the springs just were not having it. I'm not sure what the problem was. I will spend a little bit of time trying to figure it out, but as of right now, I just don't see it. Unless they start making dual catches, much like on this PX4, where this has dual catches so that you can reverse the magazine release, which I should probably make a video on. This, I don't know that this will work. I think it has the capability to, so you'll be able to swap it over, but all I think it will do is this. Just, you'll put it in and it'll just like fall right back out, because there's nothing to catch it. Unless it's retention based, I don't think it works. I don't see it working. So, that here ends the Gen 4. It ain't, I think. Actually, I would like to give it another, actually give it points for something. Much like on the Gen 4s, they kind of dialed back how much tenifer they put on, how much coating of a tenifer finish they put on the Glock 23. So it's really nice, so it is more Glock Gen 4-esque. The serrations are cut a little bit deeper, they're easy to grab, and it doesn't feel like you're trying to grab like a oily frame. So that is something they did right. So, other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Alright, bye.